Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Today gonna go out today, see what things came out today, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, it's actually one of those Tuesdays where there's probably not gonna be much of anything changed out. Last Tuesday there was a lot of things that released, and then next Tuesday there's a bunch of things coming out. So I don't think there'd be too much, but I'm actually though looking for a couple of different things though at Target right now. And I don't know if I'll come across them. I'm probably going to go to a different area today because I feel like I've gone to the Targets around here a lot, and I feel like I found kind of what I am for the next while for these things. Basically, they released the whole new line of the Simpsons, and you guys know I was trying to find that itchy one, so I feel like there's no chance of finding that now in stores. But now they have the new line, and I have to find the comic book guy one. And now they also have this new line of I'm always mixing up the name. If it's Buddy Cooper, I think it's Buddy Cooper or Ben Cooper. The Ben Cooper kind of costume figure, the ones of like the trick-or-treat kid ones. And they have the new ones that are like the Batman mask. So it's like the old school Batman one. I found the Joker one already, but I'm trying to find the Batman one. That's the main other one. That came out, probably about a couple of days back. So I've been looking for that at random Targets recently. So I'm going to try to go to a different one or two today that's further out. So we shall see. I'll probably get into traffic. I tried to leave a little earlier because I just want to see if I can come across them as well. And also too, if you guys didn't see, when it comes to my film, Desert Fiends, we added a bunch of new cast members for the film. Robert Carradine is going to be from Revenge of the Nerds, has joined the cast, as well as Larry Hankin, who's from Billy Madison and Home Alone. So he's been in so many different things. So I'm so excited to be working with him as well. So definitely check out the Indiegogo for Desert Fiends too, and you guys can find out how to get involved with the project, and you guys can even come out and be part of the film as well. But like I said, the link is below for that as well. But today though, new release wise, there's probably not going to be much out. We'll see. If I do end up at a random Barnes & Noble though, we'll see if anything new has changed out there as well, because that's usually the one place you can sometimes will come across newer things on the alternate Tuesdays where there's nothing else out in like Walmart and as well. But anyway though, guys, let's get oh yeah, and also too, guys, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. You guys know we always have to check right here in the front and see anything that's changed. It looks like they've got some like game cups. They're all in clearance now. Oh yeah, so the whole section now is pretty much emptied out now because they're going to probably switch it out to a bunch of new things. It looks like, I don't know, but I think the self-checkout is open today. Look, they actually have it open. This is a very rare thing, because usually when I'm here, the self-checkout is definitely not open. Valentine's things here, all the flowers. Let's check here at the front, at the books. Anything that changed out or is different. They have a thing here, buy. Oh yeah, remember they used to have this when they had the DVDs and Blu-ray. Oh, it still says movies, look. Board games, puzzles, books, and movies, but there's very few movies in here now. I think they get like one randomly. It's just funny, it still says movies on there though. But yeah, I can't tell if anything's different here. Doesn't look like it though, but we'll head over to the toys though and see. Hopefully they will have, some of those Simpsons ones, but I don't know. I've come and checked so much lately for these things. That's why I said I have to go to a different area. I feel like that's really the only way I might have a chance of coming across some of these ones, but we shall see though. And one thing I heard, guys, too, is that this area of Target is kind of stocked by the vendors. So they said like it's not Target that stocks it, so it's the vendors themselves. So I guess some areas have like more vendors that like get more of the stuff, but these are the ones, these Ben Cooper. Sometimes I mix them up and call them Buddy Coopers. But the Ben Cooper ones, there's a whole line of the Batman ones. So those are the ones I'm trying to find now. And they have a bunch of these ones. I think I found most of these ones, the glows in the dark one. But I think that these ones they may make in glow in the dark as well, like the creature. But I've yet to come across those ones. But yeah, see guys, this is the overflow area as well, where they have some more of these ones. And they have the one Gremlins one. But none of the new ones though. None of the new Batman ones though, from what I can tell. And look, you guys can see right from here. Look, Simpsons wise, look, it's the same stuff. The Homer one and none of the small ones right there. They'd be right in that area. So absolutely none. So it doesn't look like to me this one has gotten any of them whatsoever. They still have all the Batman Forever figures though, and the car too from Batman Forever. A lot of those ones available still too. Into Walmart we go. They're already starting to put some Easter things out. You see those like Easter headband things. Yeah, see a few little like Easter baskets are starting to find their way out. But those could kind of be considered Valentine's baskets too, I think. Sometimes they have certain things they make that are kind of double duty type things, and they can kind of repackage them again. But there definitely will be some new ones, though, you know, when it comes to the Squish stuff, too, the holiday ones. In one of the Walmarts I saw on the top, you could see some of the ones like sort of sitting up there. Like they're kind of sitting up there, not the Squish ones, but you could see some of the new stuff. Yeah, everything's getting very picked over. This is kind of the remaining of the Valentine's Day stuff. And here's a few of the, you know, Easter candies starting to kind of show up now, too. And there's a small thing for St. Patrick's Day, though, too. That's hot. And the thing that's funny, though, is that Walmart does have a few Simpsons. They've had like a couple random ones, but not any for the newer ones, though, from what I can tell. And most of them have only ever had the Bart one where he's dressed as Bartman. Other than that, that's kind of like all I've seen. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything different here from what I can tell, like turtle-wise or anything like that as well. This big giant Godzilla thing randomly over here. But yeah, like, and I saw some of these ones. What was the one that had like a random oh yeah, this one has this random clearance sticker on it in there too. But like I said, guys, I was not expecting anything new at all today, because there's definitely nothing to change out in here. But I do see, I think this is I might have showed this last week, this one for They Live. I know that's one of the newer ones, but nothing new mixed in here. And then over here, this is the horror area. Let's see, did they ever get any more tapes or anything? Yeah, see, that's really the main thing when you look at what's sold. And in all the Walmarts, it's the Terrifier tape, the Terrifier 3 tape. Everything else is kind of sitting here. So my take is, too, we're going to see a lot more, like, things get limited VHSs, because that seems to me what people want faster and sell quicker. So we're probably going to see more stuff coming out like that. Let's peek over here just in case. This is the other kind of spillover area where they have some random stuff. Sometimes they have those mask character ones here. Doesn't look like it, though. And they don't have the new Beetlejuice one that I found either. Yeah, this one doesn't have as much. It's like really weird. All the Walmarts are different when it comes to like the toys they have and all that stuff. But like I said, nothing new, you know, movie-wise this week, though. Into the second Target we go. Now, this is not one that I ever go to. It's very windy. But we'll see if this one has anything, you know, when it comes to the Simpsons or those Ben Cooper things. We shall see. I don't know why my brain keeps wanting to call him Buddy Cooper. I have no idea where I'm getting that from. But we shall see. Like I said, this is not one that I don't know if I've never ever come to this. So I went way further out. So we shall. This location, though, definitely does not have a shortage of the Post Malone Oreos. Look at how many they have in this one. But you can see, though, they haven't switched over to the Easter. They will be soon, though. I feel like as soon as it hits Valentine's Day, it will immediately be the Easter stuff. Yeah, but in here, guys, though, Simpsons-wise, look, it's all the same ones. See? They're all like the random ones, but none of the new line. And I see, like, these ones that have been out, but none of the new ones here. Yeah, just like that, out of there, nothing in there. And they were, like, blasting music, so I couldn't really get much video in there. It was, like, really loud. But there's a couple in this area, different Targets that I can go to. So we'll look at like probably like 2 or 3 different ones in this area. So we shall see if any of them have anything better when it comes to those Ben Cooper ones and the Simpsons stuff too. Because like I know they're out, but what sucks is it's really hard to look the stuff up online to see it, especially the stuff like those mask characters, because they're like apparently vendors, so it's not the same thing you could look up online. Into the next Target we go, and sorry guys, it's like impossible to get video in here. Like they're all playing like really, really loud music. Oh, this is the out. So this is the in over here. They're playing very loud music, but we shall see, you know, what they have. If there's anything different. I know I've been to this one in the past. This is like that orchard location. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. This one's definitely the biggest of all of them that I've been to so far. So fingers crossed for this one actually having more of a shot, you know, shot to have something. I've still yet to ever come across too those like real hyped up sugar scrub things that Crumble has made from Dove. Like I know there's all these pictures I've seen people finding them. They're like putting them up on like Amazon and flipping them for like 6 times the price. And it's ridiculous. This one's got a very weird layout. It's like you kind of come in here and you're right in this area. This is like a very, very large location. But watch, like the toys over there would be like the smallest of all of them. That's the thing that sometimes you think like, oh yeah, this one is so much bigger, so the toy section should be better. But not always. Yeah, but this one, at least so far, doesn't seem to be playing any loud music, so I can actually get decent footage in here. Let's see though. like I said, hopefully this is the one that I feel like if it was gonna have anything, and it was gonna have a better selection, but you never know if they're not like stocking well, and because that's the problem too. I notice some stores, they just like never change this stuff out. And the other problem too is some people can figure out how to do the store pickup, so some of the items never actually make it to the floor. So they're only ever done as like these pickup things. But yeah, this is a much larger location. The toy section seems bigger. There's all these skibbity toilets. Well, let's see. All right, so this looks like the one picture I saw. Yep, I'm seeing some. I saw this picture of this location online somewhere. They only have one of the new ones. Homer Simpson. This is not the one I was super excited about, but I'm gonna get it though because I'm glad to have found something. But you guys can see though, it's like I definitely saw online though, this location, as strange as it is. When people were showing like finding the toy things, this is definitely one of them. But there's supposed to be the new Quickie Mart location. But let's see though, I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else that I would be missing. And I think back there is where those ones would be. I'm just trying to make sure there's no like overflow or any more. Sometimes the store has more of them, and like if I almost feel like I should ask them, do you guys have any more of the Simpsons in the back? But as you guys can see though, this location is so much bigger. So let's see if we can figure out back in this area what they have though. Yeah, but looking back here guys, I'm seeing a couple of these ones. These are the older ones. But I'm not seeing any of the Batmans whatsoever. Like, I found randomly the one time at one of the locations near me, they had like 6 of the Jokers. So I bought one of them, and I came back there like a day later, and all the other ones were gone. So somebody was like buying them. I'm not those kind of people that likes to buy things for like, you know, resale prices or triple. I like to get them in the store and just find them. So if that's basically the big thing that I'm always doing, but doesn't look like it. There still will be at least 1 or 2 other in this area to go to. But at least I've actually seen one location that had one of the new Simpsons one. Out of these though, I definitely want to get the Lenny, and I found the small Millhouse. So I want to get this one for Ethan if I can find the larger Millhouse though. But at least, you know, we see that this area got them, but obviously they went very quick. You have to check too. There's all these like little secret nooks of things sort of hidden away, like this area back here of these Ninja Turtle ones. Yeah, this really is like the day of Targets. Yeah, we're probably gonna go to maybe like this one and maybe one more, and that's probably about it. So we shall see if we come across anything else though, but definitely a fingers crossed though. But yeah, in that section back there is the same exact stuff, and you guys can see same old Lisa one. Nothing different in this area at all. To the final Target we go. Yeah, we've been to so many different areas now, but this is kind of like now, this is sort of like there's no other ones around here now. So I pretty much have seen them all, but we shall see. I don't have a great feeling, but you never know. You never know though. Well, this one actually has a lot of the Jokers. I have to make sure I really look through it and make sure there's no more of them. But it's like, because this kind of things are strewn everywhere. But it's like, see the Joker one, they have a bunch of that. I'm trying to find the Batman. Any of them, I'd like to find any of the other ones, but it seems to be just Joker. See, Joker. And back here is more of the Gremlins ones. And then here's some of the monsters. Everything's falling over. Here's some of the monster ones. Beetlejuice one. These ones. Nothing really different though. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything in case there's like a random no. And then up here there's a few random ones, but no, it seems like they just have those random Joker ones, and that's all. Anyway though guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Shop Fair today. Yeah, it was basically just driving around everywhere. So many different Targets. At least I ended up seeing the Batman thing at the end, you know, the Joker one, but no Batman, none of the other ones. And I've seen pictures of people finding them. They probably have one of all the other ones and a million Jokers. It's like so strange. It's like the Joker, of course, you'd find that one. What's weird though is I would feel like that would have been the one people would want to find the most. It doesn't seem like that. It seems like the Batman is. But anyway, though, guys, let me know, though, if you guys ended up picking up anything today on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. Also, let me know if you guys saw anything new in the theaters lately. This past weekend, I saw 2 different things. I saw the Love Hurts, which is one, you know, I will say that was not that great. It was all right. It was like, you know, the main star from the Goonies, you know. I never know how to say his name right. It's like, I'm going to say it totally wrong, but, you know, Data from the Goonies. And it was fun. It just was not that great. The other one that I saw was the movie that I feel like no one's going to have seen this movie. And I feel like it's only in a very few theaters, called Reiner. And it stars, Frankie Muniz, and it's basically him. He creates this like artificial intelligence thing that kind of tries to help him get this girlfriend, and it's like all these weird things start to happen. I loved it, and it was cool too. Was the actor who was Stevie in Malcolm in the Middle? He had a really, really small, very, very quick part in the movie, which was just kind of cool just to see him kind of interact really quickly too. But I really liked that movie. But like I said, if you guys saw anything this past weekend, let me know what you guys saw. Now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Sony. Now this is one that I cannot believe now is finally out. This is something that's been talked about for years coming to physical media. You know, it only ever came out to DVD, and they were talking about like a Blu-ray over the years, and then it never ended up happening, and they were talking about the 4K probably a year or two back, and then it ended up getting delayed, and now we finally have, the David Fincher film Panic Room now finally available. This is the 4K Ultra HD Steelbook version. It has the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy. This is a great movie, and it's like one of those things where it just never was coming out, and it was like so many delays, and now we finally have the physical release of this movie. And if you guys have never seen the movie, it's basically, though, it stars Jodie Foster, and Kristen Stewart plays her daughter in the movie. And basically, there's a group of these criminals who are trying to steal something in the house, and her and her daughter end up hiding out in the panic room of the house, and the criminals are trying to get in there. It's just a great movie. I absolutely love this movie. And it's like I said, it's finally now available. This has finally come out after all these years of like delays, or it was coming out and it wasn't. It has on here a bunch of different features. So on the Blu-ray, it has a commentary with David Fincher, a commentary with Jodie Foster, Forrest Whitaker, and Dwight Yoakam, commentary with the writer and a special guest, has pre-production featurettes, has post-production 21 documentaries and featurettes on the visual effects, on the sound design, on here, some things on here on the shooting, an hour-long documentary in the principal photography phase on here as well. So lots and lots of features on this release, which is finally now out. The next one, too, this is available for the first time as well on 4K, and this is the other film that was directed by David Fincher as well, and this is The Social Network. But this is one of those movies, too, where a lot of people, when they talk about it too, say how they love the music, and I agree. Like the music, it was done by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. It was like amazing, and like his music too, I think in Challengers is even stronger. But I really like his stuff. And what's funny too is if you pay attention to the music in Challengers, it's so much like the very first band that Trent Reznor was with. Started that or like I can't remember the name of it, but if you listen to the songs, some of them are so similar. You're like, wow, he was definitely taking from that era a little bit to do that music. It's weird stuff that I pay attention to that most people would never pick up on. But Social Network is one I remember this one very well when this first one came out in theaters as well. This was like so talked about too, and I remember really liking it as well. But mainly the music. The music is really what I liked the most too, and it stars Jesse Eisenberg in here. And it's basically about the kind of the creator of Facebook and everything too. Here's a look though inside for the steelbooks for this one here. And then feature-wise, though, it has a commentary track on here with the director, some featurettes, how they ever make a movie about Facebook, a feature-length documentary in 4 parts. On here, some things on the music, also on the visual effects as well. Now, the next one's here. Now, these are from Kino Lorber, and I'm so glad now this is finally available on 4K, especially the next one is finally available on Blu-ray. It was like taking forever, but this is one of my absolute favorite movies, and I watched this movie so many times. And this is, John Candy in the film Uncle Buck. And like, to me, this is an absolute perfect film. And it's like, to me, John Candy is, and I really will say, is like my top actor of all time. When I really think about like who I would say is like the best actor, I would say John Candy. And then I feel like too, like my favorite character actors or people in films would then be probably like Rodney Dangerfield, Paul Rubens, Jim Varney. It's like certain people that are like the most important people to me. I just loved all the stuff that they did. I love their characters. I love their personas, all of the stuff. And John Candy to me was always one of the absolute tops. And this is basically, this one is movies too that's very sad too. It's basically, John Candy's brother is basically has to go, they have to leave all of a sudden, and they need to figure out who's going to watch the kids. So he kind of comes in and helps the family to watch them. And they're really afraid of having him go there because his character's kind of a mess up, and he has drinking problems and just issues with his jobs and keeping a job. And all sorts of things. So he kind of comes to watch the kids, and it's just kind of him taking care of them while the parents are going through what they're dealing with. And it's a really well-made movie. And I love this film. It has on here a commentary track on here, film historians, 16 going on 17, an actress with Jean Louise Kelly, and a theatrical trailer on this one. And the next one here, now this is one that was never available on Blu-ray. Finally, the only thing I will say was, I do wish that they tracked down for a feature the TV version, because there was a couple cut scenes in the TV version, but I think by now it's probably very hard to find it, because it was on the old school TV version from like really early on, and there was like some cut scenes when the dog was biting on the chair and the chair broke, and it's just a couple things. But this is now available finally on Blu-ray. This is John Candy and Summer Rental, which I've watched. Honestly though, I watch Uncle Buck a lot, but Summer Rental, I've watched the most of all of them. For some reason, to me, like, this is my most watch of all the John Candy movies. It's just something about the way this movie flows and the feel of it. To me, it's like when you watch this movie, as strange as it is, you sort of feel like you went on a trip to the beach and you had like, well, you know, with John Candy, and there was all these problems. You know what I mean? Like, this is how this movie feels to me, and I always like this. And Great Outdoors I liked as well, but to me, this movie felt a little bit more fun. Like, I like the whole boating aspect of this, and the stuff too with him and Rip Torn and eating all the food. I like that whole dynamic in the movie too. And basically, this is John Candy's character kind of cracks up and needs to go, get a trip. He needs to get away. So him and his family go on this trip together, and it's kind of just what ends up happening. Things go wrong, issues with the lobsters selling out, and he makes up problems with people. And that's what I like about this movie too, is John Candy in this movie it's kind of like a lot like me. I always feel like kind of the way I act and stuff in this movie is like sort of John Candy. But a great movie, finally on Blu-ray. It has on here a commentary with film historian. It has a featurette on here, as well as on the music on the film, and a theatrical trailer. Next one here to let you guys know as well is a film which stars John Cusack called Hot Pursuit, which is one I remember very well from back in the day. I don't know if this one ever was out on Blu-ray before. I think this was, it may have, I can't remember who released it before, but I think there might have been a DVD at least. I don't know about Blu-ray though. This one on here though, it stars John Cusack, and then it has on here commentary with film historian Joe Ramone, and a theatrical trailer on this one. And the other one here from Kino Lorber, and this is one too I remember really liking, and this is the 4K version, and it has a special features Blu-ray. It's a movie that stars Jeff Fahey called Body Parts. This is like a serial killer movie that I remember really liking. And this one too, I know this is the very first time this has been on 4K. It has Brad Dourif is in the movie. Really good cast. I remember really liking this one. This one has on here a commentary track on here with the writer and director, deleted scenes, a bunch of different interviews on here, still gallery, TV spots, and a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The next one here, this one was from Paramount. This one I want to let you guys know that was available. And this one I keep wanting to say September 5th, but you don't say 5th, you just say September 5 is all you say for this one. It's a movie which stars Peter Sarsgaard, and it's basically, though, this was all about in 1972 during the Winter Olympics, during the Munich Olympics, Summer Olympics, when basically it became a hostage crisis, and it basically switched to following what had happened and the people that had been taken in and everything too. And this is kind of all about this. I think there may have been another story that they made at some point on this, I think years back. I might be wrong about that, but I feel like it might be the second time that they've done something on the story of that. The next one here, this is from Synapse Films, and this is the 4K Ultra HD here for the film Trick or Treat. And this is a movie I always remember too, back in the day when this first came out on DVD. It was one of those ones where it was like this really strange company, and I remember they put Gene Simmons on it really big, and it was like sold for very cheap at Target. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like I remember there used to be like this like real budget line that would release certain movies for like really cheap, and they were in those kind of like cases that were like clear plastic ones, and you kind of push on the side and they open. They're very weird kind of cases, but I always remember Trick or Treat was in that, and that was the only kind of release they ever did for the movie, and then there was never really anything else. It was kind of a very peculiar release from that strange company. And now we finally have the movie out on 4K, and this is a great movie basically about this kid who likes this rock star, and he ends up dying, and he ends up kind of bringing the guy back in a sense, and kind of getting possessed by him by playing the record. It's a really interesting movie. I really like this film. It has on here a whole bunch of different features. Just keep in mind, though, the 4K one, it only includes the 4K version of the disc, but it has a whole bunch of different features on here. Commentary tracks on here, retrospective on here with the director, talking to people from the cast and crew, interviews on here with the composer on here, music video, theatrical trailer, TV spots, still gallery. So lots and lots of features on this release here as well. The other one here, this is from Unearthed Films, and this is a movie that you don't hear about this much. And I remember when I first saw this movie, it was a really cool film which stars Malcolm McDowell called Evil Enco. And this is basically him as this sort of, this sort of crazed serial killer kind of character. And basically, he's just like the worst of the worst. And I remember when I first saw this, there was like these great scenes I remember in the train and stuff too. This is a really, really well made, but very kind of seldom talked about film on here. It has on here, though, this is the 4K Ultra HD. This includes the 4K and the Blu-ray. And then it has the first disc is the 4K version. It also has a brand new commentary track on here. And then on the disc 2 is the Blu-ray, and that has the brand new commentary track on here, cast and crew interviews on here, as well as an interview with Malcolm McDowell in 2021, photo gallery and theatrical trailer in this one here as well. The next one I got here is from MVD, and this is from the Visual Vengeance line. I'm not showing you the slipcover because you guys might say something about it, but it's a movie here called Dinosaur Valley Girls, but it does have a slipcover. I'm not showing you the front because it's just a little bit, you might be like, wait a minute, that's a little much. But this is the line that Wild Eye Releasing has, which is their new line, Visual Vengeance. And this is, what number from this line is? I think this is number 18 that they've released, their 18th release. And this one has on here remastered SD master from the original tape elements. It has a brand new 2023 commentary track on here with the director. A bunch of different, it has the alternate PG-13 cut of the film, deleted alternate scenes, some auditions on here, music video. So lots of features on this one here. And then also included as well is a mini poster for the film. There's a mini size poster, and then there's also some stickers that you can put on here, like VHS rental stickers. This one is very cool as well. And that's what's included in here for this one. This is also from the Visual Vengeance line, is another release here, a movie here called Furious. And this one has on here the new director-approved SD master from the original camera negatives. This is a movie originally from 1984. Has a archival commentary track on here with Tim Everett. A brand new commentary track, the Kung Fu Kid interview, no budget material on here, featurette, Scorched Earth, full 6 EP on here, a song EP, some short films on here, and I'll show you guys a look inside too. This one has like a little throwing star, like a little necklace thing you could put on a necklace, the stickers here, and then a mini poster as well for this one. The other release here is from Severin Films, to let you guys know it's available. And this is a cool collection here in this very cool hardbound case. Like I said, this is from Severin Films. And this is the Fear in the Philippines, the complete Blood Island film series here. And this has 4 different films. It has Terror as a Man, The Brides of Blood, Mad Doctor of Blood Island, and Blood Beast. And these ones are all included here in the release here. I'm going to show you guys a little look inside. Here are the discs for this one. And then feature-wise, this has, like I said, all 4 of the different films. And then it has some brand new interviews on here, trailer, poster and seal gallery on here. It has alternate sequences from Brides of Blood, like different title cards, some cast and crew interviews, radio spots, and things like that as well here on the release for this one. A very cool set here. Like I said, this is the Fear in the Philippines, the complete Blood Islands film collection here. The next ones here, these ones are all from MVD, and the first one here is from Ruthless Studios. This is one I really like. This is called All Hallows Eve Trickster. This is an anthology horror film. The one segment on here I like the best, though, there was this sort of weird kind of guy wearing this weird mask, going around and killing people and kind of posing them in interesting ways. Like that segment on here was one of those ones that I think it almost seemed like it was made almost as like a little, like almost like 5 to 10 minute like pitch for a feature film. It's almost what it seemed like. And I feel like, man, that would be kind of cool if they expanded that into a whole movie, because it was a pretty good segment on that one. The other one here, this is from SRS, and it's a movie here called None Dead. And this one had a number of different directors. It was like 5 or 6 different directors that all kind of compiled this together. And it was all people, all dealing with kind of like this evil nun and like certain like nuns that were kind of going around, but they were all kind of like different segments that people had filmed and put together. But it has on here, though, a commentary track on here, the Indiegogo video, and a trailer on this one here as well. The other one here, this was fun. This was from SRS as well, called Amityville AI. This is basically this guy moved into the Amityville house, and he's there to work on his AI program. It's like this sort of like artificial intelligence kind of thing where you type it and it does certain things and stuff like that. And basically, when he starts messing with that, it kind of causes some real problems, and the program starts doing weird things because, of course, it's being worked on inside the Amityville house, which is already possessed as it is too. And this one has on here, though, a commentary track on this one here as well. The other one here from SRS is one called Don't Make a Sound. And this was interesting. It starts off kind of like almost like one of those August Underground kind of movies that kind of seem like it's more authentic, like it's like real found footage almost. And then it cuts into the people that are kind of going to get involved with this like crazed killer family and stuff like that. So basically it cuts to actually an account of what ends up happening. So you see kind of, you know, the people in the beginning getting killed, but then you see now a group of people that are going to go and be involved in this. And it's basically, though, like I said, kind of group of people out in the middle of this nowhere, kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of vibe for this one, Don't Make a Sound. The other one here, this one was from Anchor Bay, and this is a great documentary here, and this is one I know they've been working on for a number of years, and it's called Dinner with Leatherface, and there's a handful of people that I knew they were in here as well, so it was cool watching. Like I saw Brett Wagner got interviewed, and a couple other people that I had worked with were, you know, in this documentary, and it's all about Gunnar Hansen, who played Leatherface in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's kind of all about talking about, you know, interviewing him, interviewing people that had worked with Gunnar, his friends, his fans, things like that, and just kind of about his life, how he started, how he got into the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, how it led into other films and things like that, and kind of how he took a very long break and then kind of returned. It kind of covers everything. It has on here, though, a commentary track on here, extended interviews. It has extended interview with Jeff Burr. It has a convention chat with Danielle Harris. It's so funny. It's like, I remember back in the day, years and years back, when Danielle was posting those videos, like when they were brand new. So it's like, I remember those when there was a brand new, like so many years ago. It has a Southern Hospitality trailer on here and Tales of Gunnar Hansen as well. And the last one here to let you guys know that was available, this is from Turbine Media. And this is a series here with David Hasselhoff. And I don't know if this show was out in America, called Z Network. And it's basically, it's a series with Hasselhoff in it, and it goes for 8 episodes. Like I said, I don't know if it has aired in America or not, but it's pretty cool, though, with Hasselhoff. If you guys are a fan of David Hasselhoff, I want to let you guys know that this one was available here, and it's, like I said, the media book edition here of the network. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.